Welcome everyone to Half History Will Travel. I am your host, the Wilder Historian, and last week I covered Robert E. Lee's report over the second day at Gettysburg. This video picks up and discusses the third and final day. The general plan was unchanged. Longstreet, reinforced by Pickett's 3 brigades, which arrived near the battlefield during the afternoon of the 2nd, was ordered to attack the next morning, and General Ewell was directed to assail the enemy's right at the same time. The latter, during the night, reinforced General Johnson with 2 brigades from Rhodes and 1 from Early's division. General Longstreet's dispositions were not completed as early as was expected, but before notice could be sent to General Ewell, General Johnson had already become engaged, and it was too late to recall him. The enemy attempted to recover the works taken the previous evening, but was repulsed, and General Johnson attacked in turn. After a gallant and prolonged struggle in which the enemy was forced to abandon part of his entrenchments, General Johnson found himself unable to carry the strong fortified crest of the hill. The projected attack on the enemy's left not having been made, he was enabled to hold his right with a force largely superior to that of General Johnson, and finally to threaten his flank and rear, rendering it necessary for him to retire to his original position at 1 p.m. General Longstreet was delayed by a force occupying the high rocky hills on the enemy's extreme left, from which his troops could be attacked in reverse as they advanced. His operations had been embarrassed the day previous by the same cause, and he now deemed it necessary to defend his flank and rear with the divisions of Hood and McLaws. He was therefore reinforced by Heath's division and 2 brigades of Pender's, to the command of which Major General Trimble was assigned. General Hill was directed to hold his line with the rest of his command and afford General Longstreet further assistance if required, and avail himself of any success that might be gained. A careful examination was made of the ground and secured by Longstreet, and his batteries placed in positions which, it was believed, would enable them to silence those of the enemy. Hill's artillery and part of Ewell's was ordered to open simultaneously, and the assaulting column to advance under the cover of the combined fire of the 3. The batteries were directed to be pushed forward as the infantry progressed, protect their flanks, and support their attacks closely. About 1 p.m. at a given signal, a heavy cannonade was opened and continued for about 2 hours with marked effect upon the enemy. His batteries replied vigorously at first, but toward the close their fire slackened perceptibly, and General Longstreet ordered forward the column of attack, consisting of Pickett's and Heath's divisions in 2 lines, Pickett on the right. Wilcox's brigade marched in rear of Pickett's right to guard that flank, and Heath was supported by Lane's and Scales' brigades under General Trimble. The troops moved steadily on under a heavy fire of musketry and artillery, the main attack being directed against the enemy's left center. His batteries reopened as soon as they appeared. Our own, having nearly exhausted their ammunition in the protracted cannonade that preceded the advance of the infantry, were unable to reply or render the necessary support to the attacking party. Owing to this fact, which was unknown to me when the assault took place, the enemy was enabled to throw a strong force of infantry against our left, already wavering under a concentrated fire of artillery from the ridge in front and from Cemetery Hill on the left. It finally gave way, and the right, after penetrating the enemy's lines, entering its advanced works, and capturing some of his artillery, was attacked simultaneously in front and on both flanks and driven back with heavy loss. The troops were rallied and reformed, but the enemy did not pursue. A large number of brave officers and men fell or were captured on this occasion. Of Pickett's 3 brigade commanders, Generals Armistead and Garnett were killed, and General Kemper dangerously wounded. Major General Trimble and Brigadier General Pettigrew were also wounded, the former severely.